I watch guys similar to my size, and I try to do a lot of that, with the Millsaps and the Haslams and Battier and Jared Dudley and all those guys. And then I watch guys like Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant and all those guys just to see what type of footwork they got. You're talking about Carmelo with probably one of the best face-up games, and then Kobe probably got the best footwork along with Tim Duncan in the league. So I just try to watch a lot of guys and put a bunch of different things together. 3 weeks away from it, and this is a start to it. So, to be here with all the other guys, I think it's great to be here. And, it's everything that I expected to be in more. It's just a great environment to be in, showcase your talents, but, more so showcase your personality as well. I think that's very important in this process, and, here you get the chance to do that.
Are you going to have to play small forward primarily in the NBA?
I'm not sure whatever a team needs me to play. If a team needs me to play the 3, I can play the 3. Team needs me to play the 4, I can play the 4. I'll probably play both. But I don't really like classifying myself, I'm a small forward or I'm a power forward, because I think, if I'm just strictly a 3, it takes away what things that I can do at the 4. And if I'm a 4, it takes away the things I can do at the 3, and that's what made me unique as a player. So, I don't really like saying am I a 3 or am I a 4. I'm just a basketball player.
What are some of the things you're going to have to work on to, playing on the perimeter a little bit more in the NBA?
I'll keep improving my body and getting quicker. I think that's the most important thing, and keep on working on my ball handling and my shot as well.
In terms of being a winner, how much do you, use that to sell yourself?
I think that speaks for itself. All the guys have seen how much that I've been a part of winning teams and know how to win games. So I think that's pretty much a selling point for itself. But if it's a word that I use to describe myself and I'm asked to describe myself, a winner is one word that I would use.
What type of NBA player do you see yourself being? Is there guys that you look at, that you point to, and you say, I could be that guy?
I look at a lot of different guys. I don't necessarily look at one specific player, because the NBA is so about what you do. You do your one thing well, and I think I do a variety of things well, which makes me unique as a player. So I study a bunch of different guys and just try to put a bunch of different things together.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Just on the NBA team, hopefully with a couple world championships under my belt, and just keep on improving as an NBA player.
What do you hear about where you might get drafted?
I've been hearing 20 to 30, and that can go up, it can go down. You never know. It's all about what a team needs and how the draft plays out. You're probably going to have a lot of trades. You never know what's going to happen. So, that's what I've been hearing. But just got to stay optimistic and keep working hard.
How important is it for you to get drafted really high?
It's not important at all. Of course, everyone wants to go high. But at the end of the day, I would like to be in the best possible situation for me to put me in a position to succeed. So, it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to play in the NBA. And if that's the 60th pick, if that's free agent, undrafted, as long as I get the opportunity to play in the NBA and prove myself and continue to do what I love to do, that's just what it is.
Can you play without the ball? You played a pretty big role offensively for Michigan State. Are you a guy that can play, without the ball completely?
I think I showed that I could play without the ball for 3 years. I didn't have that role every year that I had this year at Michigan State. So, I think I've pretty much showed that for 3 years. Maybe not as much my junior year. I had the ball quite a bit, but you still had Caden Lucas, who had the ball majority of the time. So, for the most part, I think I've showed that I can play without the ball for 3 years, and it's not like I'm a guy who just scores. I do other things, so, having the ball isn't something that is very important to me.
What did you learn from Tom Izzo?
Everything. He's a tremendous teacher, a life coach and a basketball coach. I think, he's not only taught me how to be great at basketball, but also how to be a man, how to be a great man. So, I've learned so much from him. Words can't really explain how much I've learned from Coach Izzo.